breaks through. Speaking of all-time greats, what a goal. How good is he?
If you're David Mundy, you can do anything.
Brayshaw. Oh, he goose-stepped beautifully. And a couple. Herky-jerky, shake and bake. Magnificent.
That's all right. Welcome back to the Flagmantle Podcast for episode, I don't even remember what.
12. We're on episode 12, Real Car.
Jeez, that's a lot of episodes so far.
Yeah, I know. I mean, 12 episodes and we're only into April. We've been going pretty well, Real Car. We've been doing pretty good.
Mate, smashing out these little episodes, but it's just it's a pleasure. I was sadly sick for the recap episode.
On Tuesday.
Is an inconvenience after the shocking weekend. That was the week that was. But it's okay. I'm feeling much better. I've got my orange juice. So
Yum.
orange juice, guys. Vitamin C always helps you out when you're sick. So
100%.
Go look at it, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Like the witch doctor medicine right there, mate.
Might need to tell Matt Taberneritis to drink some orange juice.
Yeah, his back might be feeling a bit better after having a bit of vitamin C, mate. It always helps, doesn't it? Mate?
I'll send him to a chiropractor as well. We'll have a good look at him over there.
Oh, jeez.
Mate, I'm kind of glad I wasn't too invested in the game on the weekend. I was up at Dongra with my girlfriend and her family, and
I sent you a message. What was the message I sent?
I don't remember,
after it all happened.
I don't remember.
It was
not a clue.
It was
long weekend,
mate. I hate this club sometimes.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
I mean, my reception wasn't really working up there, so I must not have got it straight away. But I had a nice weekend because I basically didn't watch the football properly. I was in and out for bits. I watched bits here and there. I mean, good thing you're sick on Tuesday. I don't think I would have been able to do a proper analysis on it. Maybe I might have stayed if they're a bit more competitive, but the boys weren't. And now we move to gather around in Adelaide against the Gold Coast Suns.
Mate, it's time for Flagmantle versus.
Yes.
Let's get it on, mate.
The contest that matter in this quarter. Great build-up. Ace searching. It's been a long time coming, that one.
That's all right. It's the gather around. Fremantle Dockers versus the Gold Coast Suns at Norwood Oval on Friday afternoon, 3:20 our time.
3:10.
3:10, sorry.
Yes.
My bad.
This is the first ever AFL game at Norwood Oval. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like on screen, how the ground looks.
It's probably better ground than Optus, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, probably, and Marvel.
And
Yeah, not great grounds.
And the MCG after the cricket season. So,
yeah, true. Or Optus after a Ed Sheeran concert.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So,
yeah.
Thanks to our redheaded ginger friend. So,
he's good at singing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is indeed, mate. Norwood Oval, Gold Coast Suns. They just came off another loss.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure they did. They lost off to the Bombers.
The Bombers.
No, they didn't. They lost to the Saints by 53 points.
Well, that's understandable. The Saints have been good this year. I haven't really... I mean, I watched a lot of football over the weekend, as in, I tuned in and out of a lot of games, so I don't really know what was happening. But yeah, look, the Suns are going to be a pretty good matchup for us. I think we're about at the same spot the Suns are at in 2023. We just need to get something going. It looked really dry in terms of production on the weekend. Real Car, I didn't really see a whole lot of forward movement. It didn't look exciting. We looked boring. Adelaide, they controlled the game themselves. I mean, I've got to be optimistic. I think we can overcome this as a club. But the weekend wasn't great, and I think if we bring that to Norwood against the Suns, who are going to be hungry for a win, it's not going to be a good game. But I think the boys can do it. I think Freo are too talented. I think, our game plan is sound when it goes our way.
And our season is on the line, and I've said this for the past couple of weeks, but our season is properly on the line with this.
This is it.
Yeah, so...
If we go 1-4, we're properly done.
We're cooked. We're like roast chicken. We're like almost as bad as Eagles were.
We're like the man's handbag you get out of Woolies. The roast chicken in a bag? Man's handbag.
Christ,
mate. Sorry, mate. If I made you a bit more sick.
Yeah, you just did.
Sorry.
Well, Fremantle, though, they've got to pull something out, mate, because there's one player on the watch out for this week, mate. Guess who it is?
Ben King.
No. He's pretty good, though.
Matt Rowell.
No.
Noah
Close.
Anderson.
Yes. There it
Noah
is, mate.
Anderson?
Noah Anderson.
Yeah, right.
38 disposals last week, 1 goal, 159 in AFL fantasy.
Hey.
This man has got 3, I think it's like the 3 to 4 consecutive games. I think every game this year has averaged above 30 disposals.
Oh, wow.
Or go over 30
Yeah.
disposals. So someone needs to get Noah Anderson if we are to, keep that midfield battle ours. And Will Brody going back in will help us a little bit and whatnot. But
We'll get to match committee a little bit later because
Yes.
we're not too far out right now from receiving the teams ourselves.
yes, the
But
AFL
yeah.
are, going to
Yeah.
give us.
Oh,
to
we
us
get the
only.
inside scoop.
Yes,
so
we get it 5 minutes early compared to everyone else.
we actually get it 5 minutes
we
early.
got a better Wi-Fi.
But
here.
you guys won't hear it until like tomorrow from us.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
premium Flagmantle news right
Look,
there, mate.
we've got the inside scoop, the breaking news, but we can't release it until after everyone else. So
I mean, it's all right.
yeah, it's like we get a little NDA form that we have to sign off that we get the team, so we can't say it. But yeah, look, Noah Anderson,
Mate,
good
yes.
player.
Watch out for him.
You
He's a
think Jimmy
great
Aish is
player.
going to go to him?
Jimmy Aish, yeah. Good old
James
James.
Aish.
He did a great job on who was it in the midfield?
Roy Laird.
Rory Laird.
Yeah.
Did a good job in the first half and then fell off because, we needed him and we needed to kick goals, but he shrugged off that tag at the start of the game. James Aish did a good job, though, in the first quarter and a bit of the second. Did a good job on Rory Laird, but it's going to be interesting to see how he can, who will he go to tag? And I think it's easily going to be Noah Anderson because this fella's, is the next generation talent and he's definitely their best midfielder in the team. So if James Aish can get put to him, I think we can, unlock the midfield key to the engine room and bang, we've got the game. Because once we control that midfield, I think we're pretty much set for a W, mate.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree with you here. The inside 50 count is something I just had a look at in terms of the stats. The Suns are towards the bottom of it, and they're also towards the bottom in terms of efficiency inside 50 versus all the other teams we played this year. Their efficiency going inside 50 has been quite high. So I think we've actually had quite a difficult level of competition in the first 4 weeks, regardless of what the ladder position was last year. If you look at the raw numbers for the first month of football, it actually says the teams we played have been pretty challenging. So I think Gold Coast haven't had a great start to the year. I think we're just going to out-talent them. I think we're just going to be too much. And I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The Suns don't really put on a whole bunch of points per game.
They've got a lot of young talent, don't get me wrong. Their
they
forward line
do.
is definitely scouted with potential talent. Bailey Humphrey.
They're so
There's
young.
a few other. They're so
Joel
young,
Jeffrey,
though. Absolutely.
Hawea Owoya, what's his name?
His
Paul Hawea Oya, something
really cool
like that.
last name, but
Yeah.
definitely they've got Malcolm Roses. All these are very talented, but they've got a while to go. So
Yeah.
if this is a simple, easy dub for the Fremantle backline. If the defense can get this job done on the forward line, it should be a very low-scoring game, and the defense should pretty much win the game for us if we can kick accurately and not, let the turnovers get the better of us, because we have been one of the worst turnover clubs this year so far.
It's
So,
it's
I
not
think
been
it's
a
like
good start.
top four, which is not a stat we want,
Really?
mate. It's not a stat we.
No,
I think we're third or fourth. I'm pretty sure.
that's not great.
Don't lock me in with that one.
I also saw we have the most free kicks for in the league so far this year with 102.
Yeah.
And our differential puts us like 5th or 6th in the league. Yeah, so can't really blame the umpires for any of our losses this year. Besides that little incident against North Melbourne that could have been deliberate. But also, I'm wearing my Gold Coast beanie. Which, if you're watching on YouTube, you would have noticed about 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know. Gold Coast is like my
It's
second
a reverse
team.
psychology you're gonna go for this week.
Yeah. Well, every time I've supported Freo properly this year, they've lost.
Hey,
and
this could be a trend.
so now I'm going for Gold Coast in hoping that maybe I'll make the Gold Coast lose now.
Standing genius move, mate.
I know. And
Genius.
and I don't count the Derby because the Eagles had like 10 players they could play. So
Yes.
yeah, look, go Gold Coast, I guess. In every game that's not this one, obviously. But if we are to lose to a team, I wouldn't mind it being the Gold
Absolutely.
Coast Suns.
Mate, let's get into the medical room because there was a few little injuries that went under the radar. Some good, some are not.
I don't think any injuries are good.
I know, but we hear that little ambulance in the background. So
yeah, so if you're driving, if you're driving, you heard that ambulance. Don't worry, that was us. Yes,
I've had that before where like I thought there was like a police car coming up behind me, but it's just a part of the intro of the music song or something like that.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Jesus Christ,
it's funny
Snoop Dogg, what are you doing to me, man?
Yeah, bloody Snoop Dogg.
I know, right?
Dream podcast guest.
Yes.
Quick little intermission here. If you could have anyone on the podcast in the world, who would it be?
Oh, it'd be someone controversial. I'd get like Joe Rogan on.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan would be kind of cool.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
He'd be like,
cool.
"What the hell is AFL? What the hell is
We'd teach him AFL.
And he'd be like, "Wow, this is the best game in the world."
He would actually probably like footy. I mean, Snoop Dogg's up there. Pav number 1.
Pav. Yeah.
All right, injury medical
list,
room.
Mate, Heath Chapman still 3 to 4 weeks away.
That's okay.
Bit of a calf injury, so once we get him back, that'll be great. Travis Collier still 3 to 4 weeks away with that knee. He's progressing quite nicely. Michael Frederick with his eye, he's expected to be an inclusion this week.
Yeah, he'll play.
Test, which is good. He'll be much needed, and especially him playing in his home state. His whole family will be turning out, which will be great to see. Nat Fyfe still TBA with his foot.
He's not playing this week. He is not in South Australia.
Yeah, he's not in South Australia. Liam Reedy at Peel Thunder. He
you got me there.
Mate, I got you there.
You got me, Sam. I thought there was actual thunder.
There's some lightning out the door.
Yeah, it has been pretty rainy.
Liam Reedy, he's got an abdomen problem. He's out for 2 week, so unlucky for our ruck stocks.
Yeah.
But we've got plenty.
Too many sit-ups.
Yeah,
sore abs.
Yeah, Matt Taberner. You need some orange juice, mate. His back issue. He got sent back on the flight back home, and is going to be an admission probably for Sturt, if not.
Yeah, I think it will be. It will be for Sturt. Taberner sore back from being locked up every week and had someone on his back for 4 weeks in a row without getting a touch. So. The other one was Nathan Wilson went home on the plane. I think it was earlier today or yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is an injury on the injury report. Is Nathan Wilson listed there?
It's not an injury.
Because he took a plane home.
Hopefully it's nothing to do with those stupid attacks and those verbal abuse over online against Michael Walters and Nathan Wilson during the week.
Yep.
Absolutely disgusting behaviour from any individual. Hope they get found and put to trial. Put them in front of a jury, mate.
I think so.
Give them a jail time. If you're in the 21st century and you're still racist, what the hell is wrong with you, mate? You deserve at least a good spank on the hand and
they don't even use their. They know they're idiots because they don't even use their real account. They make a burner and then.
They just do it for the fun or the thrill. But
I think just chuck them in front of the MRO, the match review office, and spank them with an 8-week suspension of social media and the football.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mates, we've got something else now. We're going to get straight into locked in.
Yeah, let's start predictions.
Let's go. Oh, mate, this is where we can't get out of our locked-in predictions. I actually got to do my predictions.
Your tips?
Yeah, so
I'll do them
right now.
Quick, there's a game on soon.
Yeah, very, very. In 5:40, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, in just an hour and a half's time, the Crows are taking on the Carlton Blaze.
Kick off the gather round, mate. The gather round. What an interesting name.
Gather round.
And it's going to be good. It's going to be a great game. Oh, especially the great round.
I can't wait till it comes to Perth.
It will come to Perth next year.
I think they might hit the non-football states first. I think they might go into New South Wales and Queensland.
Really?
Yeah, just to generate interest and hype in the game. I mean, you've seen what Adelaide Oval or the Adelaide Airport.
They're already full, out blocked out, aren't they?
What do you mean?
The fans, they're almost sold out. 8 out of 9
All the games, yeah.
Yeah, 8 out of 9 are sold out.
Yeah, fully sold out.
Crazy.
Yeah, send this to Queensland.
There's people driving over from Perth over to gather around. There's people flying in. As you said, the airport was absolutely chockers.
Our good friend UCAT's over there.
Yeah, everyone's made a little trip to Adelaide, and it's the only time anyone will ever make a trip to Adelaide.
Average Dockers fans in Adelaide for a gather around.
Oh, yeah, average Docker fan.
You know, we saw him at the... little auction thing,
Will Schofield, yeah, man.
That was a good night.
What a
Will
fella.
Schofield, please invite us to more of these things.
Absolutely, we need more of these.
Yeah.
Adelaide versus Carlton, mate.
I can't remember who I tipped on the site, but I'm going for the Blues.
Blues.
Yeah. Do you want to give your tip first? Because I have to get mine back
I'm
up.
going Blues by 6 points, mate.
I've actually got the Blues by 6 points as
really?
well.
Oh, good on you, mate.
So Jinx.
Jinx, let's go.
I think the Blues are just going to be too good. McKay got off, so he's playing. I mean, I could see the Crows winning. I just don't think they will.
Nah.
No.
We're going to the Fremantle Gold Coast, mate.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah. So
Or do you want to do that after with the
let's
players?
do it at the end.
Yeah,
do it
easy.
at the end.
Richmond versus the Sydney Swans, 6:10 p.m. on Friday night. Swannies need to win this one. I think the Warner Bro brothers will get this done.
Yes, the second Warner is playing.
Corey.
Oh,
I love the Corey
I
Warner.
love them.
The Warner Bros, don't you?
What PSA school do they go to again? Which one was it?
I think it's the one with the red, Aquinas.
Aquinas.
Yeah, I'm pretty
or
sure
is
it's
it Trinity?
Aquinas. It's Aquinas.
Aquinas.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
So Brisbane and North Melbourne, 11:10 a.m. on Saturday. This is a Brisbane easy win.
Oh yeah, Brisbane win.
Essendon versus Melbourne on Saturday afternoon, 2:10 p.m. Melbourne
Yep.
easy lock. Western Bulldogs and Port Adelaide, 5:50 p.m. on the afternoon. Port just need to win this one if they need to come back, and I think they will win because it's at home and the fans will get them over the line. Western Bulldogs will give them a scare though.
I've gone for the upset. I've gone for the Bulldogs.
That's fair.
I think Bulldogs are a bit of a 50-50 team. You never know which version of the Bulldogs are coming out.
You're going to get the bad one, the stinky version,
Yeah.
or the really
very
good.
clean. Bontempelli has 30, kicks
Yeah.
2, you know. So, yeah, we'll see. But I think the Bulldogs... Didn't the Bulldogs beat them in a prelim final of 2021 Adelaide Oval by about 80 points?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think they might...
2021.
Yeah.
It was. It
Yeah.
was the 80 points.
Yeah,
Prelim. And it was the
before
most
they-
boring prelim week of all time.
Yeah, before they came over to Perth
Yeah.
to lose to Melbourne by 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, so that's fun.
I think the Dogs might be playing Adelaide Oval pretty well at the
That's
moment,
fair.
so I'll give it to them.
They normally play well in South Australia, Western Bulldogs. So Geelong Cats and West Coast Eagles, 11:10 on Sunday morning. Geelong, they're gonna do it again, mate. They're gonna get 2 on the trot. Eagles, they can't win against Geelong. You'd think. Come on, like Geelong, they need to win 2 for 2. They're gonna get back
Geelong
on
are
track.
winning this.
Yeah. GWS and Hawthorn.
GWS
have been playing quite reasonably well. They haven't been able to get the chocolates at the end of the game, but I think GWS will do quite well against the Hawks.
Hawthorn got pants last week by the Cats.
Yeah, they're just bombing out, aren't they?
I mean, they won their first half.
Can we
the
play it?
Hawks.
Can we play Hawks every week?
Yeah, we're playing them in round 8, I think.
A little bit of percentage booster. for everyone.
Yeah, I think we're going to double our percentage against the Hawks, and
Knowing Freo probably like
we'll probably
get it
lose.
worse.
Yeah. Collingwood and St Kilda. This is probably match of the round, I think. This is the best match.
Really?
all round.
Yeah, I think so.
I think, you know what? I'm tipping St Kilda. I think the Saints are going to break
Saints?
the pies.
Yep. Saints. Really? Ross the boss.
Yep.
I'm going Saints
I like the
too,
Saints
mate.
this year.
I'm jumping on the train.
I love Ross Lyon. I think Saints are good. Freo and Gold Coast. Winner, margin, best on, opposition watch, all that beautiful stuff. I think the Dockers are
There you
going
go,
to
this
win this. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be 4 points. 4-point win for the Dockers.
Dockers by 27 for me.
By
mate.
27? Yeah, I like
hate
it.
How you think it's 4 points?
Oh,
I can't do that.
I don't
man.
know. I don't know, man. I'm not confident. Best
confident, man.
on
Be confident.
ground, I think. Oh, who's going to be Dockers' sneaky best on ground? Give me Jai Amos for 4 goals against the Gold Coast Suns. I know they've got some good key backs, but I think we might just need a bag from Amos to win this game, and I think he'll kick 4.
As you were just saying, sorry, mate, I have to interject. The team lineup just did come
I know.
out,
I
so-
saw that. I was waiting for match committee.
Sorry, mate. But yeah, we've got 3 ins.
Got it on my phone.
3 ins, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Nathan O'Driscoll, Nathan Wilson, Matt Taberner, and Liam Henry. All 4 have been removed. Obviously, they come out for Corey Wagner, who's making his debut. Good on Corey Wagner. Michael Frederick's coming back in. Sam Sturt's making his first, his first game in
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So,
I think his last game was actually against the Suns as well, ironically.
maybe it was last year. Last year, Suns during the start of the year.
No, he didn't play last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So it was the year before.
I believe so.
Wow. Well, those 3 come in with those 4 coming out, and obviously there's 1 extra, so one will have to most likely be the medical sub, so it would probably be Matt Johnson again.
I think it'll be Will Brodie as he flew over, being the medical sub. So no Will Brodie as an inclusion this week, which is a bit of a surprise to Fremantle fans. What do you think of that, Rielke?
That is a bit of a surprise. Why isn't Will Brodie in the side, mate?
I don't know. I find it interesting. Our midfield got pretty battered last week, and the Crows don't really have a good midfield on paper. The Suns have a better midfield than the Crows. I'm not sure how we're gonna go with no Brodie. It's his old team as well. So
that's a big one, mate.
Yeah, but he did take the plane over there, which does tell me that they wanted him there for a reason. And instead of maybe having Henry or someone else that was dropped be the sub, I think they might elect for Will Brodie as they flew him over. But we'll see. We'll see, Rielke. I having Will Brodie out of the side and the likes of Matt Johnson in the side, who's played 2 games as the sub, baffles me.
I still think Matt Johnson deserves game time.
I think he deserves game time, but not over Will Brodie.
Absolutely, man.
I think that's a little bit of a weird one, but the coaches know best.
As you say.
We're just the armchair experts, mate. We just chat about it, but we're not happy that Will Brodie's not in the team.
Wasn't Will Brodie in the bloody team, mate? Well, it's okay. Don't stress, mate. So, what are you going with? Best player on ground, mate, for Freo?
Best on ground, I've gone Jai Amos, 4 goals, kicks a bag to keep us in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Michael Walters finally pops out after a couple of weeks. So, after 1 week, sorry, my bad. Michael Walters kicks 3 and sets up a few. So, I think he'll have a best on ground performance, in my opinion.
I'm changing my answer.
No, you're not. You cannot. You locked it in, mate.
No,
it's a locked
we
in
haven't
answer.
finished the segment
no, you've
yet.
locked it in.
We haven't locked the padlock yet.
No. Okay, do it.
This one's better storyline.
Okay, do it.
Okay, so Brennan Cox, Michael Frederick, what do they have in common?
What?
And James Aish, what do they all have in common?
They're all South Australian.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And these are the boys that are going to get it done this weekend.
The South Australian lads.
Brennan Cox with double-digit intercept possessions. James Aish quells Noah Anderson.
Trifecta.
And Michael Frederick for 3+.
Oh, mate. Michael Frederick 3+. That sounds spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, I think the South Australians are going to stick their hand up.
I got a sneaky underdog. Corey Wagner does well in his debut.
Oh, I like it.
He does really well.
Yep.
Keeps his spot.
Above
20 disposals in his debut.
Yep.
I think because he's played a bit of AFL before, he won't be phased about the footy at all. So I think he'll be quite comfortable at the level. So I think Corey Wagner will have quite a decent game off half back. He'll do a few pressure things, set up a few players up the line. I think he'll do quite well, Corey Wagner.
Yeah, well, I listened to Corey Wagner's interview earlier today, and he spoke about being really comfortable coming into a more country sort of environment where we play at Norwood Oval instead of perhaps Adelaide Oval or up to Stadium, so he can sort of ease his way back into the team because, as he joked, he'd been playing a lot of country footy recently, so he's quite used to that atmosphere, that type of venue, so I think he could have a really, really strong game for the club and keep his spot going forward. And how old is he, 24, 25? I think he could be here for
23, 24.
For a little longer, which would be nice. I mean, Nathan Wilson's pushing 30, doesn't have much time left, and I think Wagner could be
actually Matt Johnson
a
apparently
replacement.
Sorry, my bad. Matt Johnson's actually playing in the field, so that's
why
he's not coming out.
Yeah,
so that's good. So Matt Johnson is playing. I didn't understand that. Before.
Okay.
So Matt Johnson is actually playing his full first game, which is great. Because I want to see him fully on the wing. I think he's taken out Nathan O'Driscoll's spot, which is unfortunate. I love it, Nathan O'Driscoll. But Matt Johnson, I think, is getting a full turn on the wing, which is great. Show us what you can do, mate. I think he can rack up easily 20+ if he shows that he's definitely got the talent. Hopefully, he stays in the team from now on.
Hopefully, he takes a few pings at goal from the pockets like Nathan O'Driscoll did.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's great. So 4 inclusions, and obviously, I think Will Brodie will be the sub. Don't you think? So
yeah, I think it makes the most sense if he's the sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nice.
What else? What last one? Danger man for Gold Coast, mate.
For the opposition,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Big Marbio Chol. He's come back in. They've managed Levi Casbolt. He kicked foreigners last year, and I think he's the type of player that Fremantle just aren't equipped to defend. I mean, he's athletic, he's big, he moves around the ground well, he's good on the ground level, on his feet. He stays on his feet. He can jump over guys. He's the type of guy Griffin Logue would match up on really, really nicely. Brennan Cox isn't that type of guy, and Pierce will go straight to King. So that leaves a bit of a mismatch with Marbio Chol, and I think that could create some problems for Fremantle.
Mate, I respect that highly. Bailey Humphrey, mine, I think he's going to be a sneaky. I know he just made his debut the other week, but I think Bailey Humphrey's got the talent. He's showed us at VFL. I think this is his breakout game. I think he'll have 2 to 3 goals. So watch out for him. I think he's going to be quite dangerous if he just gets left alone up in that pocket, because he is a very talented player. Went for what? Pick 8? Pick 9?
Yeah, he was in the top 10. I think he fell a pick because St Kilda or someone went for something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was why. But still very talented, so watch out for him. Q&A, mate.
Do it. Oh, this is Would You Rather.
Is it?
Yeah, this is our Would You Rather segment.
Oh, my bad.
I can do
Would you
that too.
rather?
I've
Do
got
that,
one.
do that, do
I've
that.
got one. All right, I posted this on Twitter the other day. I thought it was an interesting question to discuss. All right, Real Car, as a Fremantle fan, would you rather win every derby for the rest of time, guaranteed?
Oh, that sounds
like
nice.
you just lock in every derby every year,
that
you
sounds
win.
really good.
Or only ever win one premiership, but Freo beat the Eagles in the grand final.
Oh, that last one, premiership, mate.
A premiership.
Yeah.
One premiership is
One
is worth
premiership
it.
is happy for me. And
But
we
you can
beat-
win.
But we beat West Coast in the best game of the year.
But you can win multiple premierships with the other one and just beat the Eagles whenever you play them.
But there's no clarification of us winning premierships in the other one.
Yeah, but it's just a regular football club.
No,
They
you gotta
can
close
win
it
them.
off, mate. You got to close it off. But I
Okay,
respect
well,
it.
that's part of the question.
Okay.
Okay, you can finish anywhere in the ladder. You can win as many finals as you want.
Okay.
But every season, you have to beat the Eagles twice.
Okay,
Like,
the first
or-
one. The first one. I don't
Okay.
care. As long as we win premierships against other people.
there's no guarantee of premierships. It's just like Fremantle now.
Yeah,
but
well, I'd rather beat West Coast all the time because they're our arch rivals. So I think that's a fair one.
I think it's a good question because I'd also love to beat them in a grand
I
final.
also want a premiership, but
Yeah.
it's the
But that also guarantees a premiership, and you can talk trash to Eagles fans forever.
yeah.
So I think maybe I'll go for the premiership.
Maybe. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Q&A, mate. Let's go.
Mate, you sent the bloody questions in, so we're going to bloody answer them. That's how it works here. You're listening to Q&A here on Flagmantle Podcast.
Yeah, mate. That's bloody right. Tom Pitcher _Freo by 23. Oh, mate, this ain't the predictions post, mate.
It's not the predictions, but I like where your head's at.
Oh, very close
Positive
to mine.
mental attitude
I
going
like
for the
it.
Dockers.
I like it. Frederick 2021. Top side after the gather round.
Top side after
Adelaide.
the round.
Adelaide. Like top side of the, like on the top of the ladder?
well,
or like top in form?
Whoever wins between Collingwood and St Kilda.
I think Saints. Saints
Yep,
will be
okay.
top of the. I think they're just playing. With
I like the way
like
they play.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
they're crazy, aren't they? Anonymity
Come on, mate.
is epic. I can't. I butchered that.
Anonymity.
Anonymity. How does this? I don't even know. It's a
Okay.
yeah, it is a tongue
Being
twister,
hidden
isn't it?
behind a screen is epic. Yup.
Yes.
Anonymity.
Is Travis Collier one of the players we're missing the most?
don't-
Absolutely, yes.
I don't think so.
We're losing games because of him.
Oh, you think Travis Collier's the
Yeah,
difference between?
I think so. Yeah, it's a bad luck charm. Normally, when he's in our team, think about it.
Yeah. I mean, can you play a Real Cars rant sting for me, please? I've got a rant here.
Real cars rant.
Yeah, just play it. Just play the sting. I've got a rant.
This week, a hot new bombshell enters the villa.
It's Real Car with a rant.
Stewie with a rant.
All right, guys, I have a rant for you on this Travis Collier question. Okay. Whenever Fremantle want to introduce a bona fide seconds player like Travis Collier or Sam Sturt, they are not going to make us win games by themselves, okay? They're in the seconds for a reason. just including Sam Sturt or Corey Wagner is not going to make us win games. Stop saying like he's our savior, he's the next Pap. He's played 4 games. Like, calm down.
I like that one. I like that.
A seconds player isn't making us win anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not gonna.
Same with Josh Corbett.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll be okay, but he's not coming in and kicking 6 every week.
Yeah.
He's playing 2s, and he's,
Fremantle fan delusion. It's something that happens every week.
I know.
Digby _Gardner. When's the team coming out? Right now.
We actually released that one early. Thank you very much.
Thanks to the Flagmantle Podcast.
Yep.
Rick _Big Boat. Is the loss of Mundy and Josh Carr been a key cause of our bad form? Potentially.
Yes, I like this one. This is a good take. I think Josh Carr and
Both
Dave Mundy
spiritual leaders
really helped organize our midfield. And now we look a little bit disjointed out there. So I think this is a good take.
The sheep are coming. With Fremantle will Fremantle be able to to ever climb out of the bottom 4? Yes, we can. Yes.
We're not in the bottom 4, so
we're gonna
we're
stay
bottom
out of it.
5.
We'll do our best.
Yes.
And if we finish bottom 4, I can fear a big axe on the head of Justin Longmire. If we finish bottom 4, that's a big turn.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see him lasting. Maybe you give him an extra year to see if he can return. But if he doesn't, get us back to finals by 2020, by the end of this year, it was a given to have finals this year.
If we're not at least competing for finals this year, I think maybe JL isn't the right guy. If someone comes up. Well, I think Ken Hinkley might come up. I think that could be interesting. Nathan Buckley's still out of a job, so it could be interesting. But yeah, I'm not speculating that JL is gone. I just think this is when he needs to sort of sort his stuff out before he gets put under the pump properly.
Your back of your neck must be feeling quite hot because there's a lot of people staring at it right now. Tom.Farrence, are finals out of the question unless Freo get an impressive win on Friday?
Yeah, if we don't win on Friday, we're cooked.
Yeah.
1 and 4 is no return.
Sam _Croft 2. With Fife staying with Freo, do you think he'll stay long enough to win a premiership? Perhaps. If he lasts 3 years, I think that's a good one. Joshy Naden _ what are your thoughts on the nuke fired from North Korea today? It wasn't a nuke.
Was there a nuke?
Missile.
Oh.
It flew over Japan and there was like evacuation sirens.
Oh.
But it was a dud, so...
Politics podcast. Here we are. Shout out the Japanese and the North Koreans.
Yes.
Creating news for us to talk about.
Absolutely, when there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Hey _Row, since Fife wants to stay, what contract would you guys give him? Years, money?
This is a great question.
Good one. I'd give him definitely about half of what he's on right now. I'd say like at least half.
Well, the average AFL salary is about $400,000. I'm giving him that, and I'm giving him 2 years.
Yeah. I think he's definitely on his money. The money that he's on right now isn't reflective of what he's performing. That's the sort of money you would give to a player who's, Christian Petrarca, Bontempelli every week, doing 30 disposals, or Andrew Brayshaw, Cripps. These sort of players who are younger.
Or
and
key
performing.
forward money.
Yep, key forward money.
Jeremy Cameron money. I mean, he's not even on that much, Jeremy Cameron. He's on 600, 650. Yeah, so... being the best player in the game at 650 is crazy.
Good thing about Geelong, the way they system their players. Are you right there, mate? You got my cough?
Yeah, I think you just gave me something.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Well, yeah. Well, the good thing about the Geelong players and all the management they've got there, they actually do the back-ended deals and they get paid less now, but they get paid better in the future. So, like, let's say, they're an older player. They'll get paid off into retirement in smaller amounts, but they'll still get paid pretty well. But right now, they get paid less, which is good for salary cap at the moment. It's a bit,
or they'll do front-loaded deals where they pay the players now, and then as they age and get worse, they get less and less money. Geelong, also an interesting study. Players like to just go there for lifestyle. They take like $400,000 less than they could have got elsewhere. Jeremy Cameron was offered $900K plus. And he went for $650 to
Carlton,
Geelong.
St Kilda,
Essendon, any of these, or even stayed at GWS, they would have paid him the same as Geelong. But obviously, he decided to leave. He's a country boy at heart, and I think that's what Geelong gives to young players. And I kind of like the system that they have.
Mate, is that it?
I think that's going to be
Mate.
it, mate. I'm pretty tired.
I am tired. My back's kind of sore. I'm recovering still from the bloody sickness.
You got Taberneritis.
I got Taberneritis, mate. Good luck for the boys tomorrow. It's great to see you again, mate, this week. Hopefully something good to talk about next week.
Something positive, yeah.
Up the Suns.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, okay. Go, Ghost.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Flagmantle Podcast. It's been an honor hosting, hasn't it, Rielke?
It surely has been, mate.
Can you please, we are begging you 5 stars on Spotify. It means the world to us. It lets us
I'm on my
get off your knees, mate.
Yes, I'm on my knees, guys. Please.
It helps us push it out to as many people as we can. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, anything else, Rielke, Twitter,
anything
YouTube.
social media, honestly.
Anything social media, we have it. So please follow us on there. 5 stars.
Except
don't
for
forget.
OnlyFans.
We're also on Apple
OnlyFans.
Podcasts, so if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts, follow us through there. Google Podcasts, the same. And thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Peace.